Thank you very much, Madam, Mr. Chairman, and to the ranking member for holding this important hearing. Congratulations to Director Easterly and Director Inglis for their ascending to important responsibilities. I believe that we are in an era that Dr. King wrote about as relates to civil rights. I think that era has raised its head again as it relates to civil rights, why we can't wait. And I think as it relates to the whole issue of cybersecurity, we're at a time and place in America and around the world that we cannot wait to be aggressive in addressing the questions that are going to come at us or the issues that we're going to confront rapidly. So, Director Easterly, you mentioned key stats from 2020 about attacks against America. In 2020 alone, there were more than 12,000 explosive-related incidents and more than a 70% increase domestic bombings, according to the Department of Justice and U.S. Bomb Data Center. My question to you would be where CISA is in the role of prevention, but also aggressiveness as relates to the cyber engagement in that. And do you believe that the mindset of CISA should be aggressive in its protection and engagement with the entities around the nation, but more importantly, in its collaboration of the incidents that may come from outside of the United States?
Yes,
Director
ma'am.
Easterly?
It's a really important question. Thank you for asking it. You know, one thing that I didn't realize before I came to CISA was the power of our field force. We actually have over 500 folks, and based on the force structure analysis that we're doing, I suspect that number should grow. But these are our frontline defenders for both infrastructure and cyber, our cybersecurity advisors, our state coordinators, our protective security advisors that are there working to ensure that at the state and local level, at the small business level, at the critical infrastructure owner and operator level, that all of these individuals have the guidance, the information, the resources that they need to be able to protect themselves. And so I think those field forces are a very important part of what gives the magic to CISA to allow us to reduce risk to the nation's cyber and physical infrastructure.
Thank you, Director. Do you sense with the administration, and you're obviously a voice for the policy of the administration and actions, senses the urgency of creative policies and the why we can't wait concept? Are you all creatively meeting and looking at ways to meet this aggression in addition to the able staff that comes under CISA?
Yes, ma'am. I believe we really have that sense of urgency, that sense of aggressiveness. Director Inglis and I are on the phone regularly. We are in contact with all of our partners across the federal government, and importantly, our partners at state and local and at private sector. I think everybody, you can't look at SolarWinds and Microsoft Exchange and PulseSecure and Kaseya and JBS and Colonial Pipeline and get anything but a sense of urgency. And so we are powerfully motivated to defend the nation, and we are working at it every minute of every day.
Thank you. This question will go to both, but I'd like Director Inglis, and congratulations on your position. The pace of innovation and integration of new technologies are posing new challenges to cybersecurity. How are you, the administration, and working with CISA, integrating emerging threats and risks into the strategy for keeping security measures currently and focused on nimbleness? 5G, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing advancements are just a few of the challenges. I've been steady on the issue of zero-day occurrences. Obviously, we're sort of advancing beyond that, but you understand the concept, which is when all things go awry. Director Inglis?
Thank you very much for that question, Congresswoman. I think that that's a very, very important dynamic. In the earlier question, you, I think, suggested that as opposed to simply responding to the transgressions, the initiatives of others who would hold us at risk, we need to establish our own initiative. We need to make sure that we reacquire a sense as to what we want this domain to do for us, not to us, and to achieve that. technology, innovation, and best practices are a place where the United States and like-minded nations, but the United States in particular, can and must lead. The technologies you have addressed will play a critical role in that, and American innovation will play a critical role in understanding how those might make a difference. We need to do that, and therefore our investments need to be made accordingly, such that we build in resilience and robustness in this domain, then can achieve our aspirations, not our worst dreams.
Gentlelady's time has expired.